Hey guys, welcome back to our fifth or 4B video on how to write a stellar 5 paragraph essay. And today we're talking about better analysis. In almost 20 years of teaching, this is the thing that students have struggled with the most. So we hope you take the time to watch this video. If you haven't seen the others, starting from video 1, we gave a bird's eye view of the 5 paragraph essay. Video 2 was crafting your perfect thesis statement. Video 3 was how to write a better intro and conclusion. Video 4A was mastering point proof analysis. And today we're going to talk about analysis. And analysis takes your essay to the next level. And we do that through a skill called close reading. There's 2 types of reading. One type of reading is where we sort of read for stamina. The posture of reading it for stamina is we kind of sit back in our chairs. We enjoy the stories. You might have a nice bowl of popcorn. What we do when we're writing an essay is something different. We read closely, almost like a detective. And what this video will teach you is how to dig deeper into your quotations. We're going to actually go to Romeo and Juliet and close read a scene. And so Ms. Schomer is going to talk you through one of the examples from one of our body paragraphs from our Romeo and Juliet essay. So we would encourage you to read the Juliet paragraph. I'll leave it on the screen. So I encourage you to pause the video quickly, read the Juliet paragraph, and then Ms. Schomer is going to talk you through one of those examples. All right, Ms. Schomer, we are looking at the middle example, and we are now talking about Juliet's strength. Do you want to read it first and then talk about how we got to this? Okay, here it is.
So now we're at the part where we are looking at a character who does defy the status quo, and we commend her for that. So second point in this final body paragraph is, second, Juliet's independence is seen in her ability to influence the course of her relationship with Romeo. Great. Example. She is the one in the relationship to suggest marriage tomorrow and tells him that they will perform the rite. All right, let's stop there for 1 second. Look at this information. Look at it. She is a young woman who has just met this young man, and she is calling the shots here. Through that quotation, she is suggesting marriage tomorrow. That's a huge step. Okay. And she
tomorrow.
And she says it out loud, and she basically tells him, this is what I want. That is quite forward for that time. And we're looking at it as a very big degree of confidence. So now we go to the red part, the analysis. Juliet would have been expected to wait for Romeo to propose, furthering their relationship, but she reveals her confidence, that's the buzzword, by taking initiative, another buzzword. She makes this choice not because of her mother's pressure, but simply because she is in love. This is the biggest challenge to status quo. A woman or a young girl doing what she wants because she loves someone, not because he's from a similar family, not because her father hooked it up, not because they're going to impress him with her dowry. She's actually acting upon her own instincts and her own feelings.
So then the big question is, how did we get that conclusion? It sounds really good when we've got it on the page, it's well written. And one of the things we always tell students, if you don't know how to do better analysis, it is not a question of going to the thesaurus and thesaurusing the word confidence or thesaurusing the word initiative.
You don't have to.
When in doubt, go to the text. When in doubt, go to the text. And so what we're going to do for just 60 seconds is go to the text. And 2 great questions when you get to the text are, what's the context? So like, what's going on? Where are they? What's been happening? And then asking, what's the relevance? And those 2 things will give you that analysis.
Why is this important? If you don't know what relevance means, why is this important? What is the significance?
So what is the context of this scene? Let me zoom in just a little bit. This is the balcony scene. And Romeo and Juliet have just met, right? They've just met earlier that evening. And the nurse calls her in. So start maybe here, Ms. Schomer, and we don't need to read the whole thing, but what are the lines that as we looked closely at the text that really popped out to us of Juliet's independence?
Right. So her nurse is calling. That means she should run there, but she doesn't. She says, stay but a little, I will come again. Then she leaves and he kind of is evaluating this
But
situation.
she also bosses him too. She's like,
Yes, she
stay
does.
there, right? She's calling the shots here, like right to the nurse and to Romeo.
So
Okay.
consider that.
Mm.
Consider that. Don't just jump over that, right? She is asserting herself. And then if you scroll down a little more, 3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow. She's
Mm.
kind of like, you call my people, okay? Or you tell my people. So she is asserting her independence here. And this is what allows you to really prove your argument, which is that she defies societal stereotypes and she challenges the status quo.
Yeah, yeah, we love it. But again, sometimes we get stuck thinking like, I need a better word for independence.
No,
I'll
you don't.
thesaurus it. That's not the
You
answer.
need a strong idea.
That's right. And the ideas, Miss Schomer said in one of our earlier videos, you can have any opinion you want as long as it's supported by a good close reading. And when we look at this, chill nurse, I'm coming. Romeo, you wait. Romeo, I'll see you at Friars tomorrow. We have a good textually supported position that Juliet is challenging the status
Right.
quo.
And if I could just add,
Yeah.
close reading means what is actually happening here. And I'm going to tell you, this is a big deal. It is. She is away from her parents' view. She's kind of being like living in secret. She's rebellious. She is enjoying herself in a very non-conventional way, and she's actually having some fun. Okay, this is young love to her, and she's willing to risk her usual self to be doing this.
Yeah.
And that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
For
Awesome.
your thesis.
Yeah, yeah. And if we go all the way back to our thesis, you guys, if you've watched these other videos, right? Although the play presented glimpses of 16th century gender roles, which we saw in Lady Capulet and the Nurse, it also presents a female who could be much stronger than society imagined. And that close reading of the balcony scene that night is perfect proof. So you've got great support of your thesis.
Right.
All right, guys, that is the end of our body paragraphs and essay video series. But we've got one more video for you, a bonus video. And this is where we're going to talk about how to polish your essay, how to nail MLA format, how to make those sentences flow. We're going to look at some common writing mistakes. And so stay tuned. But until then,
happy writing.